What's up, I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time we've got some new Transformers 1 figures, and, you know, there's a lot. There's the kiddish stuff, the gimmicky stuff, and whatever else. It's kind of all a blur, but usually with these Transformers movies and shows, when they are up and coming, they just bring out a whole bunch of toy lines, and really, we don't really get a clear view of everything until it's on the shelves and we see everything actually separated. But for this, these are I think they're the Prime Changers, which don't necessarily mean that they're all Transformers Prime characters. And by that, I don't mean the original show, I mean one of the 13 Primes, but this is just kind of a class. And what's cool is that they're bringing in Bumblebee and Sentinel Prime. Sentinel Prime is in a new design. Bumblebee is that Transformers 1, transforming design. And, yeah, we already know that we're getting, I believe, Alphatron and Optimus Prime. We saw those earlier, but now we got more images of the Bumblebee, or B-127, and the Sentinel Prime, so that's what we're going to take a look at now. Starting off with the B-127. Now, the alt mode, I'm not sure how I feel about it. It feels a little too disconnected. But I don't think it's necessarily bad. I like the wheels and how it kind of blends with the overall alt mode. The weapons just attach onto the top, which is kind of a generic thing that they usually do. You can obviously remove them, but I think the paintwork is fine. It's kind of hard to paint on top of yellow. It's such a bright and vibrant color, but you got the black canopy on the front. You've got the black stripes on the side, so I like that influence. And then the blue lights, the Autobot symbol, which is nicely, made and bold on the front there. I think it looks okay. It definitely reminds me of the B-127 from the Bumblebee movie. Anyways, taking a look at the robot mode, and yeah, it looks like pretty much a lot of different Bumblebees. It definitely reminds me of the War for Cybertron game design, but I do like the fact that it comes with the blade and then the gun. You can see that they're still combined in this image, but you will be able to separate them, so you can have the gun and the blade on two different arms. And I like the shape of the head. Now, with these figures, some of the gimmicks are going to be that you can open up the chest, specifically for Bumblebee, and you can see the T-Cog inside, which is a big play-on thing on the movie. So, yeah, that's just a gimmick going on. Does have hollow sides on the lower arms, but this is kind of like a cheaper version of a deluxe class figure, which I'm glad that they're changing this to Prime Changers to make it less confusing, because with Rise of the Beast we had Deluxes and Voyagers, along with the Studio Series that was already providing Deluxes and Voyagers, so I guess to relieve confusion, they're just calling this the Prime Changers. Yeah, I think the shape is fine. He looks like an okay figure. And then taking a look at Sentinel Prime, this is probably one that I'm going to get, although I'm curious to see what they'll do with Studio Series. I believe that there is a listing for a Studio Series Sentinel Prime based on Transformers 1. But the alt mode, I think it looks fine. It looks a lot better than the render image. Now, I do like the render image that was seen on the packaging, but it looked too much like a cleaned up version of the Bumblebee movie Seekers. This one feels like it's trying to be its own design, and I really like that. I like the wings, I like the shape of them, I like the orange and the blue, kind of reminds me of the animated look, and I like how the shield plops on top. I like the little fins on the top there, the canopy looks fine, and I like all the gunners. It kind of reminds me of the Trigger Happy Misfire and, was it, not Quickslinger, yeah, it is Quickslinger, but it reminds me of those characters in particular. So yeah, the jet mode seems fine. I like all the silver additions. And then taking a look at the robot mode, so he's got a whole bunch of weapons. So he has the shield, which feels like it's influenced by the Dark of the Moon design. As well, he's got mini gunners that were placed underneath the wings. He's also got these shoulder cannons, which I'm pretty sure you could plug those in the hands. So he's definitely weaponized, but I love the shape of the head. The overall aesthetic of him definitely reminds me of the War for Cybertron game. So I like how with this particular Transformers film, they're taking so much influence from different designs throughout Transformers, not just one thing, so that's pretty cool. And again, I like the blue, the orange. I think it blends very nicely, especially with the use of black to kind of tone that down. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in the Sentinel Prime, but again, I have to see what the Studio Series figure looks like. Yeah, I'm not big on the arms, mainly the lower arms, especially with the panel that just flips down. That looks a little too thin, but otherwise, it's fine. Also, you could plug the shield on the side of the arm. You don't have to have that in the hand. Anyways, with that out of the way, what do you guys think? Please comment below, let me know. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I'll see you guys next time.
AllSpark TV. Now that's just prime.